using controllers to conduct the laboratories. After launching the Proteus Labs application, you will see virtual hands matching the controllers you are holding. With the controllers in your hands, you can click on the various icons or virtual buttons by simply placing the virtual hand on the desired icon or button. You can also scroll through the various menus with a simple movement of the virtual hand up or down. You can also use the small control stick with your right thumb to scroll the tablet menu up or down. The small control sticks on the controllers can also be used to navigate in the lab. The left thumb for going from left to right, and forward-backward, and the right thumb to rotate the lab to the right or left. However, this type of navigation is not recommended because it can induce motion sickness. To grab an object, move the controller, thus the virtual hand, towards the desired object. And when the object becomes grabbable, it will appear outlined in green. You just need to press the button at the base of the controller with your middle finger to grab the object and keep it pressed while manipulating the chosen object. To release the object, just release the button on the controller. This command can be executed with the controllers in each hand. When you need to grab small objects, pick up an accessory that is very close to another accessory, or place an object in a specific spot. Just align the small green sphere, located on the lower third of the middle finger of each hand, with the object you want to manipulate. As soon as the small green sphere touches the object, it will highlight in green, and you will simply need to press the button at the base of the controller to grasp the object and manipulate it with precision. Please note that if you ever drop an object, it will automatically reappear on the table to prevent you from bending down to pick it up from the floor. After picking up an object, some additional manipulations are sometimes necessary, such as drawing in or expelling liquid from a dropper or pipette. These additional manipulations will be performed simply by using your index finger to press the trigger button on the controller with which you are holding the object. Here are some examples illustrating these additional manipulations, starting with a demonstration of using the dropper. First, grab a dropper by approaching with your hand. When the dropper highlights in green, click the button at the base of the controller to grab it. While keeping the button pressed to continue holding the dropper, place it in the liquid you wish to draw, and then press the trigger button with your index finger. You will see the liquid being drawn into the dropper. Then move the dropper to the container where you want to release the liquid and press the trigger button one or more times to gradually release the contents of the dropper. You can then set down the dropper by releasing the button at the base of the controller. Let's demonstrate another example, and this time with the tweezer. First, grasp the tweezer by clicking on the button at the base of the handle. Once the tweezer is in hand, press and release the trigger button with your index finger to open and close the tweezer. You can therefore grasp an object with the tweezer by pressing the trigger button with your index finger, which will close the tweezer on the object. To release the object, release the trigger button to open the tweezer. Same principle to use the lighter. Grab the lighter and press the trigger button to light the flame. Finally, if you use the wash bottle, first grab it, then press and release the trigger button to release the water from the bottle. In certain laboratories, handling certain objects will require pressing arrows that will appear on the screen. The arrows will be obvious, allowing you to perform the necessary manipulations intuitively. To push or pull the syringe plunger, first grasp the syringe with one of the controllers. You will notice two small red arrows at the end of the plunger, indicating the two directions in which you can move the plunger. To select either direction, you will need to press the X button when using the left controller, or the A button when using the right controller. This will alternately highlight one or the other of the arrows in green with each click. You will then just need to click the trigger button to move the piston in the chosen direction. Each click will move the piston by an increment of 5 milliliters. To change direction, click again on the X or A button, which will highlight the arrow pointing in the opposite direction in green. There are several other types of manipulations you can perform intuitively. For example, if you want to extinguish a match, shake it as you would in the real world. If you want to turn on the tap water, press with the virtual hand on the hot water handle, or the cold water handle to open and close the faucet. If you need to shake a container, grab it with the controller and shake it. For certain containers, like test tubes and Erlenmeyer flasks, a stopper must be in place before you can shake them. Safety accessories such as gloves, safety glasses, and the lab coat are located on the virtual table on the right and can be used during a lab. To grab them, just place your hands on the desired accessory and click once on the button at the base of the right controller with your middle finger. When the accessory is picked up, it will disappear from the table and you will see it appear on yourself. To remove a safety accessory, you just need to grab the accessory on yourself by pressing the button at the base of the controller and place it back in its original spot on the table by clicking the button again.